Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. What's going on? What is happening? Today, we're doing like part 2 of, yo man, you think you can't do nothing with your daggone project? Well, you better do something. This is how it is. I went and I got this done. It took them 5 minutes to make. It was like around 60 bucks. You know what I mean? This right here, they just threw that in there for me free because, you know, I needed this fitting to, you guys kind of get the gist of it. Well, we have a situation where that power steering line is tough to get to. So what you have to do is you got to take the oil filter out. If you guys know a better way to do it, let me know. But the only way it seems to me that you can do this thing properly and easy to take out your power steering lines is really kind of simple after you take that oil filter out. The oil filter is in your way, that's why you can't really see it. So you just take the oil filter out and now you can hit the bolts and start doing what you need to do. You reach down there with a 10 and then kind of get, you know, kind of hard to hold this thing here and do this at the same time, but you guys get the gist of that. So that you take the bolt out and you flick that thing up. When I mean flick that thing up, it's this little thing here. You gotta, you know, it goes like that. You flick it back like that, and then you go underneath and you pull it out. All right, it seems like I took this thing out nice and easy, but you're gonna need 2 hands and kind of rock it back and forth and kind of just like jiggle it out, and then make sure, you know, the O-ring is still on there and everything. Clean it up, and then what we'll do is slide this one up in here, clean it up. Well, it looks clean already. Slide it up in there, bolt it down, and see how that will rock. 1 hour later. It was a minute to put that thing on up there. You probably can't see it. Let me see. Oh. Let's see. It's in there. Probably can't see it from up here, but it's in. That took a minute, man. You got to make sure that thing is straight when you're doing it, because it'll jam you up, man, and you get screwed. Now this thing over here, man, see, this is what I wish I'm gonna take this one also here and redo it, and I'm gonna cut it up there, so like right there, so it'd be a shorter line towards the pump. You know, I mean, maybe if I do another Crown Vic or something like that, or you know, somebody wants to, you know, do one or something like that, because I'm trying to figure out what is that switch for. You know what I mean? It's a switch. So now we're gonna have to take off the hose at the pump. So I gotta get a wrench for that. That's gonna take a minute. Like your favorite porno flick, you just want to get to the good part. Man, look, I changed everything around. I took out the goddamn pump, because it was too much to get a wrench in between there. I'm sure you guys been doing that, and the pump is a mother to get out. So what I'm trying to do now is trying to drain this thing out. I'm gonna let it take its time draining out, because it's gonna get over everywhere, and I just don't feel like dealing with that right about now, with all that crap all over the place. Yo, that was a mess, man, pulling all that crap out. Well, we definitely got it all out. It's all underneath here. I had to ravel it underneath the what do you call that thing, sway bar and all that stuff here, but now we've gotten this thing here. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, I have an idea. I see it right here, how to kind of do it. Do I got metal that thick? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit with this for just a few seconds, man, because if I go too fast, I'm going to overshot my thoughts. So give me a few seconds. So while I'm trying to figure that out, you guys can watch the video how I got these valves to look so shiny. It was very simple. You know, you just basically clean it up real good. You just clean it with the wire wheel on the buffer sander type thing, and then after that you just polish it. Use some of the white rouge, black rouge, and then that's really it. What we did, I came up with this idea here. Now, what I did, I took a tie rod end situation here. I know my son gonna get on me, you probably need it. But then I kind of ground it down smooth around a little bit like this, and then to be able to put it in here. and then I took the other end and cut it off. This is the part right here I cut off, made it into this thing so I could be able to tighten it down with a washer, and now this is cool. And then I took it a step further and drilled inside here to put a bolt in, because I made a plate right here. Do I have a bolt? I don't even have a bolt here, I don't think. Well, maybe this one here, and you kind of put it in here. You know, something kind of like that. You see, I can be able to adjust it in or out, you know, and just tighten it and get it straight. Then I can weld it once I figure out that's where it's supposed to be at. That's the theory at the moment. It looks like crap. I'm limited. I don't have a lathe. I don't have any of the, you know, the professional tools to really, you know, get this down to a science. You know, measuring skills ain't that great. So what we're gonna do is put this on. I'm gonna go get a couple of washers and bolts and try this thing on. All right, now, I'll be honest with you guys. We got this thing installed, right? Now, this didn't go as planned. This may look good. You're like, wow, dude, that looks great, man. Bro, you did a great job. Whatever, bro. Let me tell you something. I did this all by mistake. You see behind there? That's supposed to be on the inside. When I installed this, right, I installed it wrong. Not the way the design was, the way I designed it. It's supposed to be on the inside and it's on the outside. So I just kept going. And I started to look at it and I was like, yo, that looked better than the way I had it. So you know what? I welded up behind there and kept it moving. And I was like, you know what? This is it. And it looks daggone great. Now, on the flip side of this now, that belt that you see on there, you're like, dude, I had to use this belt right here. This is the number. Now, when I did the AC delete, I shortened the belt to a 710. You can click the link above here. You can check out that video here. But when I did this, I needed a 695. 695K6 is the move and what you would need. So what we did was we remixed this. Despite of what you saw before, I went back underneath there and welded it to make sure everything was reinforced. And now this situation is a lot better. I'm okay with this now. Before I was like iffy. I wouldn't want to go back underneath there. It had a washer underneath there, and that washer I had to cut it off, re-weld it, because that was just to level it on the piece of steel. That's what it was for. And everything is legit, it's good to go. Now, many of you guys who are new to the channel and watching this is like, okay, big deal, dude. You made a bracket for it, so what you gonna do for your daggone power steering? Well, you're looking at it right here. This is my new power steering pump. It's electric. It's right there. Now, what I did was I wired it up. We got a circuit breaker over there. We wire up to the power over there. Then we run another power wire, which is that yellow thing, inside to the switch, and then the remote wire like a amplifier. If you guys wire up amps before, I'm sure you did. And the switches goes right here. This is the switch. You turn it on, slight delay. You come out, it's on. You hear the music, but you don't really hear it until you go right there. Now, it works better when the car is on, when you got more electricity going to the daggone pump with the alternator and everything like that. It works better. Now, don't get me wrong, it does work, but do not think that it works like how your power steering pump was in stock form. It doesn't work like that. It works more like a power assist. You know what I mean? Now you can see it. It needs power, but it works good. I like it. Be warned, it's not like how your stock thing is. You gotta really you know what I mean? It's not. Nothing's going to compare to stock, but I like it because I just like it. I like the feel of it. It feels more like a sports car. What we're going to do is I'm going to put this back on, turn the car on, and then you're going to see the difference between the two. Alright, now we flick the switch. Well, not yet. Just going to show you. It's a little resistance. Now, flick the switch, wait a little bit. Should be on. See? It's like power steering, but it's more like power assist. If you guys drove sports cars before, that's what it's like. And when you come outside, you hear the music over the daggone pump. You can't hear the pump at all. As that fan is going, that pump is going, the exhaust note, you can't hear nothing. This pump is a winner for me. I like it. But be forewarned, it is not like your stock situation. It's not going to feel that way. It's not. Please remember that if you choose to do this. Many of you guys won't. But if you got a Coyote swap inside of your Crown Victoria, this little trick here with all the lines underneath, because the pump is sitting right here, you go underneath here and the lines go across there. You got to go get them fitted. There's a line, there's a hydraulic hose place around here, real good guys, and man, they hooked me up and I really like this whole thing. Now for me, the cost to do this whole swap to like 110, that's how much for this swap here. And let me tell you, I love the feel of it. I really do. Now I'm gonna turn it off. Now you can hear it. Still on. And then what do you do is, you know, that's the breaker for it. You know what I mean? Gotta have that 40 amp breaker on there. Turn this switch off here and everything like this. So this here is a go, bro. So man, thank you guys for watching this episode of Build Something TV, man. Hope you guys were enlightened. I know it was long and dragged out a little bit, and it was a little choppy on how to do it, because I really don't do how-tos real good. You can go check out Chris Fix It for great how-tos. Me, I'm not on the level of him doing how-tos. I just show you how to get it done with a less, you know, with little amount of money. You know, I just go to the junkyard, get that pump with a lot of junkyard pieces in the garage that was on the floor somewhere, use a tie rod end, get everything situated to make that daggone pulley with old parts, reroute everything, and boom, you have a simple situation for your Crown Vic. Ideal for Coyote swaps inside of your Crown Victoria, or any swap that doesn't need a goddamn power steering pump. This is ideal, folks. Trust and believe me, because if you have your Coyote or any high revving engine, the stock pumps are just going to blow. They're just not built for that. They're just meant for everyday driving. And so, man, click the like button. And if you guys want to donate anything to the channel, parts, anything, or even funds if you want to, it's all on your discretion, please. And you can click the link below there and you can support the channel that way. But comment below on what you think about this situation. I like it. I'm be forewarned, it's just not exactly like how it was. But for me, personally, it's better for me because I like the feel of it. It still has a little road feel. Again, it's more so for high speed. This is good for you. All right, but if you want to go around town, blah, 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 like you've been doing, this may not be ideal for you guys. All right, so we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, later.